Please welcome Zabrina Douglas!
You guys give it up for Marsha for putting this on. And all the amazing storytellers. And I just wanted to say my son's lion costume was the best because I got it from a thrift store for $2. Oh my God. And he was so chubby and it barely fit, so his head was like, like, you're cute. You can't move, so we'll go to one house. So that was fun. It's back in the day. So my stories, I was really excited to come here because I'm a nurse. Yeah. And in a nursing home, oh snap. So I take care of 100-year-old people. It's amazing. And it's weird because 17 years ago, I went to nursing school, and they don't teach you anything about death and dying. No tips, nothing. They're just like, yeah, somebody dies, you got to wrap them in a body bag. I'm like, cool. And then you got to kind of learn as you go. And I worked a lot of night shifts, so I didn't like it. Super creepy, because we got to walk around with flashlights, making sure everybody's not taking their last breath. That they're just, you're like, are you sleeping or dying? I'm confused. And I'm like, please don't die. I don't want to do extra documentation, you know what I'm saying? So you have to wash them because old people breathe really weird, especially when they get they're just like, and they're like, should I die now or later? And I'm like, turn up that oxygen. That's a thing. And sometimes I kind of hate it because I got to walk in the room and they're sleeping and it's like old ladies with the white silver long hair because they will never wear a bun while they're sleeping. It's an old people thing, and they have to wear the hair out. And they have cataracts, those glossy white eyes, and I'm walking around watching them. I'm like, I want to go. Just 40 more of these people I gotta. Sometimes I wake up, they're like, is that the light? I'm like, oh my God, no! Do you want water? You look dry. It's so nerve-wracking. Every room is an adventure. Working in a nursing home. It's crazy. One night, the old people call in to the nursing station. You know what I'm saying? They ask for different things. They're like, I want water. I'm like, you need it. I'm on break. No, just kidding. I'll be there right away. Or they're like, Tylenol. Same stuff every night. Kind of boring sometimes. But this one guy called in, and he was like, I can't find my penis. I was like, what? I will be their stats, sir. So I started running down the hallway. I'm like, oh my God, where did this penis go? I'm like, is this some medical anomaly? I can't wait. And then I went in his room, and his penis was gone. What happened was his testicles was really swollen, and his penis wasn't big to begin with, so it tunneled in. Oh, damn. But I was thinking professional. I'm like, don't worry, sir, I'll be able to help you to pee. So I started digging through his testicles. I'm like, don't worry. And I gave him the urinal and he peed, and I felt good. I'm like, how many people can say they found a man's penis on a night shift? Nobody. I felt good. And I sat back down. But then afterwards, he wouldn't stop calling me. He was like, nurse, why don't you come find my penis? I can't pee. I was like, no, I hate night shifts. The weirdest stuff. This is just all leading up to my death experiences. They never tell you that when people die, they always have weird expressions on their face. Sometimes they're all peaceful, I had a great life. And I'm like, cool. But then sometimes people die with their eyes open and their mouth open. One time I went in this guy's room, and he was like this. I was like, oh! When people pass away, it literally, honestly, it literally looked like the devil came. It was like, it's time for you to go. And he was like, no! That's what it looked like. I was like, oh my God. I had to call the family. And in movies, this is annoying to me. In movies, people die with their eyes open. They're like, you now resting in peace. Closes people's eyes like it's an easy thing to do. Okay, that's not a thing. That's a myth. I had to learn that the hard way. And a bunch of family members who were crying. Anyways, so I had to call the family, and I'm like, your family member's not doing well. And they came in, all 8 of them, and they were crying. And he was like, and they're like, ah! And he was just like, and I'm like trying to hide. And then somebody called me. They're like, excuse me, can you close his eyes? And I panicked. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I was new at the time. I'm like, I didn't learn this in nursing school. I don't remember none of this. I got textbooks, but they got nothing. Like, I was panicking. I'm like, there's a whole bunch of them around me. I couldn't say no. I'm in a helping profession. I felt bad. So I thought about movies, and I was like, yeah, sure. And then as I was reaching in to close his eyes, they didn't even try and leave. They were watching my fingers. And I'm like, no. Like, his eyeballs were like this. No! And they were like, all 8 of them so silent. I'm like, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna look like an idiot. And I was thinking of excuses to back out, but there was nothing. So I just touched his eyeballs and his eyelids, which felt like the most disgusting thing. And I'm like, oh my God, this is mushy. Oh, it was horrible. And then I closed his eyes. So far, so good. But then I let go, his eyeballs, I'm like, and they were like, oh! And I was like, oh! We all started screaming. It was crazy. But I couldn't give up just yet. I'm like, don't worry, let me try one more time. And this time I pushed his eyeballs in. I'm like, sometimes you gotta push your eyeballs to the back of the brain. I don't know. Didn't work. And I was like, this only works in movies. Like, I didn't know what to say to them. I'm like, this only works in movies. And I just like backed out of there. I'm like, oh. But then another nurse told me, if somebody's eyes are open, you just take a wet cloth and just rub their eyes down. So next time that happened to me, I took a wet cloth and I just started making different faces. I'm like, oh, this guy wasn't cross-eyed before. That's weird. Yeah, it's not cool. That's one thing. One night, I work a lot of night shifts. 17 years of night shifts, boy. One night. And this is a thing that happens when people pass away. There's like air in their lungs. So they're not breathing. They're just like when you move them, the air just gets pushed out of their lungs. That's a thing they should have told me. I wouldn't have been freaked out. But the thing is, I don't know if you guys work night shifts. When like you're really, really tired, things that are scary make you laugh. You guys are like, I'm a giggly person. I'll just start laughing like I'm too scared to be scared, but I'll just, yeah, we're all gonna die. This is the thing that, like, I think this happened like maybe 10 years ago. They started letting nurses pronounce patients because doctors didn't like to come and pronounce patients who were gonna die anyway. So they were like, hey, let the nurses pronounce the patients. So we started doing that, and we had to bring in 2 nurses. We gotta check her blood pressure, listen to the breathing, and listen to her heart rate, even though we obviously know, but we just have to do that. All right, so there's one lady. We checked her, we pronounced her. We called the doctor, like, yeah, she's dead. She died at this time. We're like, yeah, and it's a night shift. We're like, oh my God, I can't stop laughing at weird stuff. So we're like, let's go wrap the body. And then we turned the body on the side, and the air started getting expelled out of the lungs. I never heard this shit before, but her eyes were open, and she was like this. My legs got weak. I'm like, oh my God. Like, and I'm like, is this a scary movie? This is like, why are we, is this okay if we laugh in front of her? I'm like, is she still alive? Because we already called the doctor. Oh my God. What is that? What is that? So anyway, it was my turn to go on break. And for night shifts, calm down. People are watching this shit. We sleep, whatever. In a tiny linen closet, it's comfortable. It's a 12-hour shift. Calm down. And I fell asleep. And I swear to God, as I was falling asleep, I was still awake. I felt this breath behind my ear go, And honestly, like, I have kids. I am too tired to be scared of stuff. So first I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry I was laughing while you were dying, lady. And then I was like, God, help us all. And I just fell asleep. Best night shift ever. Thank you. Okay, you guys don't like my death and dying stories. One night, I walked in the lady's room with a flashlight, and she had truffles in her hand, rolling them up. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm making chocolates for my family. I was like, no! Which is actually amazing, because there's family members who leave their family in the nursing home and never visit, and they deserve that truffle shit, is what I call it. No, we don't want shit jokes, just scary dying jokes. I thought this would be, I'm like, let me like make them feel a little better and talk about shit instead. My bad. Put that in the wrong order. Okay, one more dying story. I used to work at, I'm sorry guys. I used to work at Sick Kids, which that building was built in the 1800s, guys. Yeah. So they say at night, there's old nurses walking around, still working their shift. And I'm like, are you dumb? If I'm a nurse, I'm not going back to work, okay? I am not going to work a 12-hour shift while I'm dead. Like, that doesn't even, I call down those old hallways. I'm like, go home, your shift is done. Because I'm like, I don't want to see no old nurse trying to check a blood pressure. I'm like, why? Like, who cares? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I do while I'm on the clock. Somebody's got to care while they're getting paid. Okay, no? All right. Anyway. Oh, man, worked at Sick Kids, and there's this one room. And the things happen, like people pass away in the hospitals. It's a thing, so weird things happen. Like call bells go off and there's nobody in the room. Oh! I was like, I ain't going in that room. So anyways, this one room, the TV would always turn on and off. And I think this is an adorable death story, guys. I don't know if I'm just like totally desensitized from my years of doing this shit, but this is super cute though. There's this one kid who passed away in that room like years ago, but every time a kid like almost dies and like we like get them back or whatever, they always describe that same kid, and that kid would always comfort them. They're like, it's okay, like you can make it through. That they always describe the kid who died in that room. Isn't that adorable? But I'm scared going in that room. I'm like, yo, is this kid gonna trip me? I'm like, think nice kid thoughts. Yeah, so that TV would turn on and start changing channels at the weirdest times. So we don't take break in that room. But yeah, we put patients in that room. Come on, there's a limited amount of rooms. So like, we'll put a patient in that room, and we're like, yeah, the call bell's here, you want breakfast, you know, and then all of a sudden, the channel starts changing. And I'm like, yeah, so if you need me, I'm gonna be out here. They're like, why is the TV changing? And I'm like, oh, there's a glitch in the system. What, did somebody just call me? I gotta go. Yeah, no, okay. Whatever, these are all things that happen. It didn't have to be funny, I didn't say. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much. Let's bring up your hug.